on to another day on this beautiful month. So as you guys can see from the title, today I want to share with you guys some palettes that are feeling my fancy for the winter season. We are almost at winter. It literally feels like winter outside. We are in the 20s with the wind chill. It's very, very cold. As you guys can see, I'm really bundled up today. But I'm kind of sad in a way because today's video was a different video. It was an advent calendar that one of you beautiful subscribers sent over to me that had the whole entire theme of my favorite Christmas movie. I did not realize, because I've been batch filming, that I never hit the record button until my camera turned off. Almost done with unboxing the actual advent calendar. When it comes to advent calendars, it's literally a one take. You can't redo it. You can't rewrite it. Once you open up the boxes and you already know what's in there, it's in there. I'm so sad that I did not get to do it on camera. I already cried. I already stomped. I already punched things that I needed to punch. I was so angry because I really was so excited about that whole advent calendar. I kept that for months. She had sent me that back in like September, early October. So I've had that in my possession for a while, ready for the holiday season, and then I screw it up. And that's what I get for batch filming. I don't normally do batch filming, but for the holiday season, I have no other choice. So I have a different video for you guys, and I want to apologize to my subscriber who sent that over because I know she was also excited. I unboxed it all. I am planning on displaying it in my tree because I haven't had the chance to put them up because I've been so angry, and every time I look at it, I just want to cry again. But I know I'm trying to do good memories with it, so I'm trying not to remember I screwed that up. So I just wanted to get on camera to say that because I know that that video was anticipated and waited. We were waiting to do that video, me and her. So I just wanted to let you guys know. So today I want to share with you guys some palettes that I am going to play around with this winter season. If you have not known, I did do a huge declutter this year and a lot of my winter palettes left. I even thought to myself, what is it that I'm going to reach for this winter season? So this is as much of a surprise to you as it was to me when I pulled these palettes out, and I'm actually pretty happy with it. I have a little bit of everything. So if you're interested to see what palettes I will be reaching for this winter season, stay tuned. Just like I do with any of these kinds of videos, this is supposed to be an inspirational video for you guys to aspire to shop your stash, pull out either the palettes that I'm sharing with you guys or similar palettes, or make them on your own with whatever it is that you have. I'm not forcing anybody to purchase any of these, and some of these may not be available anymore. I don't know, but I just want to give you a little bit of inspiration between the color stories that I'm choosing, so maybe you guys can pull whatever it is that you have in your collection to be able to do similar looks, or let me know in the comment section what you're going to pull out so that I can also be inspired as well. All right, let's start out with the newest, and the one that I have on my eyes is the Huda Beauty Icy Nude. This is perfect for this time of year. Today I wanted to go a little bit warm, but not too warm. And this is the look that I come out with. This is the palette that I am wearing on my eyes today. So this is the palette that I'm reaching for. I really, really like the color story of it. It gives me everything that I want, either cool or warm, but it doesn't pull either way too much where it's just too much for me. I don't have a ton of gray, but I also don't have a ton of orange in here. I think she did a good job with this. Yes, can this be duplicated? Any of the palettes I'm going to share with you guys can be duplicated. That's not the point. The point is to enjoy the color story and see what you have in your collection, to pull it out and just rock it, you guys. Just rock it. So I'm going to be reaching for this one quite a bit. I've been reaching for it a lot already, and today is no exception. The other and the only other newer palette in my collection that I'm sharing with you guys is the Mario Moonlight. Now this one obviously is definitely a winter palette for me. This is so beautiful. I find this to be very sophisticated. I'm actually planning on wearing this for the holiday season, for New Year's, for any outdoor parties that we're doing. I don't mean like outside, I mean like away from the house kind of parties. We've been invited to a few Christmas parties, and I feel like this one gives me enough where I can do a smoky eye if I want, or if I want to wear a bold red lip, burgundy lip, something like this, I can still reach for these shades, one or two shades, and then have a nice put together look that looks like I took a lot of time, but I really didn't. So I am going to pull this one out. I'm very excited for these two. These two are my newest, and I think the only two new ones I'm going to share with you guys this season. An oldie but a goodie, you guys. This is the Pat McGrath Subliminal palette. If you have this one, I would highly recommend pulling this one out. This is a beautiful palette palette for this time of year. You guys can see the shiftiness of certain ones in here. You guys, if you spent the money on these, take advantage, soak it all in, use it, enjoy it. These are very hard to hit pan on. One, I've tried a few times. Two, you get a lot of product, and yes, it is expensive, but for that main reason, if you have it, enjoy it, enjoy it. So this is the time of year where I really like it. Again, I get that pop of blue, very similar if you have the Moonlight one, or if you were thinking about it. You guys can see it's a vibe going on. This one just gives you a little bit more special shades, but you're getting similar kind of vibes in. So if you have one, you don't need the other one, but enjoy them, pull them out. They're all expensive nowadays. Like I can't get over how much things are nowadays. So this is probably why, and I'm happy that I've slowed down on my purchases. Here's another one that I feel like goes with any holiday party, work party, daytime, nighttime gathering. If you're having a brunch, if you're having a, I don't know, Photoshop with Santa, something or other. It's the Natasha Denona Glam Palette. This is very sophisticated, but you can either go glam or very, very light. It is a beautiful palette, and it's more of, I want to say traditional at this point, because we've seen so many eyeshadow palettes with multi-chrome, speckled things all over the place. You look like a holographic ball hanging from the ceiling at a disco club kind of eye look. And this one, that's why I feel like this is more traditional in that sense, but you're still getting sparkle in here, but very sophisticated sparkle. Again, you can bring this up with a bold lip or a subtle lip, and it still will look beautiful. So this is one that I'm excited. I already played around with this one this past month, so I'm excited to continue to do that. So I have two more palettes that are more of your like traditional, everyday, neutral kind of thing, depending on what your everyday is, but I'm saying like your normal browns and things. So I have two more to go. This is That's Taupe from Colourpop. This is one that everyone, I believe, has at this point. I actually wore this one last week, and I genuinely enjoyed my eye look. Wow, I really enjoyed it. For it being such an inexpensive palette, it really popped on my eyes. I really like this shade down here, and then pop it in with this. Oh, it looks so beautiful. I really did like it. So I'm going to continue to play around with this one. It's cool tone, but it's not super gray, so I really like it. Really a fun one, and if you have it, I'm pretty sure you do, pull this one out too. This would be a fun one for the holiday season. If you want a little bit more color, as far as color variety, or more options, I should say, pull out your Stone Cold Fox one. This one's a really, really pretty one. I feel like it's an extension of the taupe. You're getting a little bit more rosies, you're getting more grays in here, you're getting more browns, deeper shades down here, a black, silver, very, very soft look. So you can make it very, very soft, then deepen it up a little bit with more of your neutral warmth in here. And then you also got all of these. So you can take it many different ways. You got your plums, you got your mauves, you got your grays, you got your warmer, a little bit more warmer here, but you get it right here, a little bit more cooler version of it. So it's really, really good palette. If you want an extension of That's Taupe, this one is the one that I would highly recommend for that. Now, I couldn't do, obviously, winter without sharing with you guys some color. I do like some color. Sometimes I want some color on my eyes and just keep my lips neutral. So first one is the Colourpop Troublemaker. This is one that I really like pulling out this time of year. It has your silvers, it has your grayish blue, like this shifting shade right here, pinks in here, browns. But what I like about this palette is that your basic colors that you're going to start out with, like your mattes, are all very neutral in a sense, and then you can play it up with these colors over here. So that's why I like this one, because I can start out neutral and then build up from there if I want to. So you do a smoky eye, you could do a purple eye. It's a really nice palette. I'm actually very impressed with this one, and all of these are just apply really nicely on the eye. So I really like this one, and this is one of my fun colorful ones I want to pull out for the winter time. Here's an oldie but a goodie. I love this one. This is the Colourpop Baroque. I know this one isn't available anymore, but I really like this one. So this one looks blue gray, but when you put it on the eyes, it's just so different. And it might very well be that I love this one a lot more because I have brown eyes, and blue tends to pop my brown eyes, and this kind of blue is what I enjoy. I enjoy a deeper navy blue. As you guys can see, the blues that I've shared with you guys today, I've learned from just getting to know my palettes that I don't personally prefer a brighter blue. If I have a brighter blue in my collection, I tend to use that more as an eyeliner, as an accent, as something that gives me a pop, but not necessarily for every day. And these are the shades of blues that I prefer for an everyday look. So I'm pulling this one back out. I love this one. I really enjoyed every single shade in here. I've played around with this one multiple times. So it's coming back out to play because I don't have many blue palettes anymore. This is one of my few. Speaking of blue, this is one that if I want more of an icy snowman, ice queen kind of palette, I'm going to pull out my Sailor Moon. Which one's this one? For Love and Justice. This is the second one that they pulled out. And if you see this one, this is mainly more of like your icy blues. And this is more of like my fun shades. Where if I want something bright and white and bluish, this is what I would go for. I don't go for that often because I have to be in the den of winter to pull that off. Cannot have a tan for the life of me to wear any of these shades. But in the wintertime, I do like it. And I like the variation of blues that I have in here, but I can ground them with this purple. I have a little bit of a brighter color if I feel like it's too much and I mix shades in. But this one is one that I do like to pull out in the wintertime for like a two shadow look kind of thing, where I want my eyes to really look icy, but not too much. I feel like this is perfect, and I love this shade right here too. So I'm gonna keep this one out to play around with it. Last but not least, my friends, is the Odin's Eye Jewels and Gem palette. Now this one I like for the wintertime as well. It is very cool tone leaning, but it's not all blues, and that's what I like. I like this purple. These matte shades in here are really nice. I understand that a lot of people are having trouble with the Odin's Eye mattes, and I kind of feel like, I've said this before a million times, different brands, you have to kind of change up how you do your eye look. So for instance, when it comes to the mattes in Odin's Eye, I don't go heavy-handed first. I start out really lightly because I've learned that if I pack it on, it's gonna look patchy. So this is the kind of formula, because it's drier, I have to start out slowly and build up. So that's how I've been able to play around with these mattes and not make them look patchy, not make them look all over the place. I've learned, because eyeshadow has always been my thing, and my very first things I ever purchased were pigments, and with pigments it teaches you a lot. I'm telling you, like, my first eyeshadow palette didn't come until after my kids were born, because all that I ever used were pigments. And for pigments, you really have to learn how to apply them because they can be a hot mess. So I've learned that different brands use different formulas, and once I get to know the formula, I know exactly how much pressure to use, what brushes to use, and how I can apply them on my eyes without them looking patchy. So I will say that I personally don't have issues with the mattes in Odin's Eye. At least I think I only like the Christmas ones and these. I don't have issues with them because I start out slowly and I build up my eyeshadow. So I like it. I don't love it. You guys know that. But I do like this color story, and I'm going to be pulling this one out. I think, no, I did pull this one out to play with it, but I picked another palette. So I have all intentions of playing out with this one. All right, guys, those are my 10 palettes. This one really surprised me because I've gotten rid of a lot of blue themed eyeshadow palettes. You guys know that I don't reach for blues, but I've also learned what blues I like. I will say that this is the first time in a very long time when I am pulling out palettes for the wintertime that I have looked at every single one of these palettes and have actually said, I'm excited to play with these. I don't see any of these being on the fence of getting rid of. And some of these I've been playing around with for a while. So I am so happy that I got rid and I did the whole collection declutter that I did with my eyeshadows, because I'm just genuinely happy with what I own. And let me think. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I don't think I purchased any eyeshadow palettes. Not one eyeshadow palette did I purchase. I'm very proud of myself because I really do like what I have. I'm not even making that up or trying to put up a front. I genuinely do. All of these, I'm so excited to play around with these. I'm going to put these in my drawer because I want to play around with them more, enjoy them. Just soak them up, because guys, there's so much going out that I'm just trying really hard to just enjoy what I have and shop my stash and really like what I have. So anyway, these are the palettes that I'm going to pull out for the holiday season, or at least for the winter season, I should say, starting now. If there's any eyeshadow palettes that I did not mention that you are going to be pulling out, let me know in the comment section. I might be pulling those out if I own those as well, or I just will shop my stash for a similar theme. So that's exciting to me because I always enjoy like reading the ones you leave, because it really does inspire me, as well as hopefully I'm inspiring you guys. All right, guys, that's all that I have. Thank you guys so much for understanding. And again, I apologize to my friend. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm really devastated by that, but I do appreciate that she sent that out to me, and I wanted to give her a big thanks because I still loved everything in it. It's just I didn't get to show my reaction on camera like my intentions were. So that's all that I have for you guys. If you have not left me a question and you want to leave me a question for my Get Ready With Me coming up in a few weeks, in a few days, I don't know when I'm posting that, but if you have not, go on my community post on my channel and you can leave your question on there and I will most likely answer them. My intentions are to answer everyone's questions and you can ask me anything you want. Anything you want. All right, guys, that's all that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching another video on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then,